Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to be ranking all my eyeshadow palettes in the month of June from least favorite to favorite, and I'll tell you why. So if you're interested, there's a lot of awesome palettes. There's indie brands, there's Sephora, there's Mercari, there's all different brands, so just keep watching. So I'm going to start with my least favorite for June. And I'm going to have to say that my least favorite for June was surprisingly the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Instant Eye Palette in Pillow Talk. So this is actually a very pricey palette and it has beautiful packaging. I use this a lot in the month of June, and honestly I have to say that I was unimpressed. I have to say that these colors are, they are blendable, but the main issue is that there is not a lot of depth. So this palette is separated into day, desk, date, and dream. So day has about 2 shimmery colors, and there's a matte which is very light, and this is more of a pink undertone here. And for desk we have just 3 mattes here, which are kind of like a peach. I'm not really sure why peach was chosen for desk. And we have date, which is like a light neutral brown, a medium brown, and a dark brown. But I have to say that this is very light for a date night look. This is actually more of a neutral look in my opinion. If you have darker skin, this is going to be definitely a daytime look, not a nighttime date look, which is what she's trying to say. I just feel like this palette for the price lacks depth, which is upsetting because there's a lot of shades, and I feel like she could have just gotten rid of Dream altogether and just put like dark, like a black, a navy. I just don't really see the point in Dream at all because that's not really going with the theme at all. And yeah, so she says on the back, Prime Enhance Smoke, 4 buildable magical pillow talk eye looks, made in Italy. The quality is nice, but I have to say that, it's not bringing the versatility. It's basically all daytime looks. There really is no nighttime look, as she's quoting in this is not a nighttime date night look. So this is like I don't know the exact price, but I will put it down below. But for the price, I would definitely skip on this palette. Next palette that I was not too impressed with is the One Size Patrick Star Visionary palette. So this is about $42 and it's part of Patrick Star's line. I originally was excited about it because I love greens. I love the cool designs in here, and I thought it was really pigmented. The issue is that a lot of these colors, they kind of blend away, and I just feel like it's hard. So there's a few looks you can create that are neutral, and there's like random pops of blue. So it's like it's not a cool tone or a warm tone palette. So it's hard to create looks. For example, I don't really know what to use with this color at all. Like I used it one time and it's just hard to pair with the other colors. So it's not the quality is horrible, but I have to say that it's hard for me to create looks with this palette. Nothing really inspires me. The only color I really love is olive it, as you can see, and I have better blacks and browns in other palettes, as well as I definitely have better golds. And there's just nothing spectacular about this palette. You probably have all these colors. It's just he got you with the the design, and he got me with the design and this periwinkle right here and this olive green because I'm a sucker for greens. But it is hard to create a cohesive look with this palette, and it definitely takes time to really use shades like this. Honestly, this shade is hard to use. I guess you can kind of go down the line like this. I guess that's what he was trying to do. I tried to do that, but they all kind of muddied together. So I guess this would be about 5 looks. But yeah, they don't actually look as good on the eyes as they do on, like, in the palette as well. It is a pretty palette though. Yeah, he said this is like, on the back it says it is the deepest black. It is not. So the next palette that is on my list is the Viseart, which one is this? Neutral Matte Eyeshadow Palette. So this is not the neutral matte eyeshadow palette that is the original with like the browns and the blacks and whites and all that. This is the one that came in the BoxyCharm. So this is actually a palette I do enjoy, I have to say. I really enjoy these colors. I like them. I think I like this more than the neutral palette. I feel like it goes better with, if you have an olive skin tone, I think that this will be actually better for you. I use the pink. I love this magenta right here. I haven't used the blue because I struggle to use blues. I really wish this was a different color. I do wish the packaging was different, as I always do for Viseart. I do have the neutrals matte. So this is not the neutral matte. This is like the spring version. I'm not sure why they gave this out in a BoxyCharm because this is a very expensive palette and now it's on sale. So if you are interested in this palette, I suggest going on Mercari.com and you can get this probably for a great deal. You can probably get the neutrals and this for $40. I've seen that. So if you have been interested in a Viseart palette, I recommend going on Mercari right now as soon as possible because it seems like people have received it in their BoxyCharm and they are selling it because they didn't want it, which I'm shocked because I absolutely love the formula. Some people don't love the formula of Viseart eyeshadows. I do not enjoy Fallout at all. Basically, if you're an Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow lover, you're probably going to hate Viseart. If you love Viseart, you're probably not going to love Anastasia Beverly Hills, excluding Jackie Aina palette, because these have no fallout. And the best part is I can do my eyes first and not have to worry about it ruining my makeup, instead of having to do my face first and then having to do my eyes, because I really prefer to do my eyes first. And this palette does look a bit like it only has a few looks it can create, but the way that it blends together is just so beautiful. I will do a look using this palette soon and you will see that I actually used this color in my crease today. It's very wearable and you can use this color as an eyebrow color, this one as well if you are a blonde. I love pinks. Pinks can be hard to pull off, but these actually sheer out to a beautiful wash of color. And yeah, I mean, these are just, I just absolutely love this palette. I think I love it more than the neutrals, but that is just such a classic. I can't really even say. I love them both. I can't pick. So I want more Viseart palettes. It's my favorite formula. So love, love, love this palette. A palette that I really enjoyed as well, this is next, is the Ace Beauté Nostalgia palette. So I have never owned a palette from Ace Beauté until this month, and I have to say that, how many times am I gonna say I have to say that this is such a fun palette to play with. I played with every single color in here. I was just packing it on, and they're so pigmented, and it takes a little bit goes a long way. The only colors I have not tried is probably Flower and Hiking. So these are just, I mean, I wasn't interested in these shades. I was going for the brights, and colors like these are hard to make, and the fact that they are so pigmented right off the bat for the money is really mind-blowing. I'm really impressed with Ace Beauté, and I want to try more of their palettes as well. I love the fact that they do not stain the eyes, which is something that happens a lot, especially with reds and pinks like this. They do not stain the eyes at all, so that is really nice. And the fact that I can create so many different looks is just absolutely amazing. So I'm really glad I purchased this on a whim. I love so many indie brand eyeshadow palettes, even more than high-end eyeshadow palettes. They blow my mind every time for the price. It just blows my mind. It blows my mind. Speaking of indie brands, I have my next favorite, which is, I'm going in order from least favorite to most favorite, and it's the Hip Dot Pressed Eyeshadow Palette in Cenote. It says, unleash your inner goddess through the alluring blues and gleaming golds of Cenote. are homage to the sacred underground pools of Mexico, where the Mayans believed they could speak directly to the gods. This is animal test free and vegan and paraben free, talc free. Love that. So this palette is such a staple of my collection now. I have never been a huge blues fan until I got this palette. The fact that I can create a wearable blue look is just absolutely astounding. My favorite color is Cave. It is such a nice olive, as you can see. Pop that on my lid. And that is just one sweep with my finger. The best part about this palette is how absolutely silky the eyeshadows are and how long they last on the eye. So it's hard to make a beautiful gold shimmer yellow that actually isn't just a sheer. It's very pigmented. And also I love how the blues, once again, blues can be kind of intense and also they can kind of be like 80s vibes, but these blues are wearable. And the fact that you can kind of mix and match and kind of add this turquoise, you can blend it out with that brown, is just amazing. So this is pretty much all you would need to play with color when it comes to blues. I think this has all the blues you need. There is a turquoise, there is a sky blue, there is a glittery blue, there is a, is this a navy blue? There is a muted blue. I mean, this has every single blue that you possibly need, which I was not expecting when I purchased this. I was focusing on the olives as per usual, love my greens, but I love the blues in this palette, and you have every single shade of blue that you really need, and you're good to go with blues. Next, another palette that really blew me away, and you can get it at TJ Maxx right now, as well as Sephora, is the KVD Vegan Beauty eyeshadow palette. This is the Edge of Reality eyeshadow palette. First of all, look at how absolutely stunning this palette is. I am all about the aesthetic. I'm doing a full face of KVD Beauty soon because I am just blown away by this brand. It is just such high quality, and I mean, look at this. So silky. I mean, that's just one swipe. I'm just blown away, guys. I mean, and also the fact that it looks like 2D is just mind blowing, because it looks like it doesn't even look real. It is just a very cool palette, and if you're in the market for just an awesome palette, I don't have anything like this. It's so unique. I tried almost every color in here, and they all blend beautifully. But the fact that I think the coolest thing is that it doesn't even look like these are, they look like two-dimensional, and it's just mind-blowing that these are so, as you can see, creamy. These are very creamy, and they're just absolutely stunning on the eye. This color right here is such a beautiful nighttime look. This alone, and then you can mix it with this navy right here, stunning for nighttime. And of course we have the classic shimmers. We have some pinks, and we have like this corner right here would just be like your neutrals every day. So really you have neutrals, you have daytime, and you have nighttime all in here, as well as beautiful inner corner shade. As you can see, this is so stunning for inner corner and under the eyebrow shade. And this is a good eyebrow shade actually for me. And yeah, I really recommend this palette. And the fact you can get it at TJ Maxx right now, I would be running, not walking, to get this, because this is so cool. I mean, this is just a collector's item in general at this point. So, I mean, when I saw the packaging itself, I was like, I need this. And then the fact that it's so creamy, it's like amazing. So my second to last palette for June is the LA Girl Hey Hey Vacay eyeshadow palette. I have talked so highly of this palette. It's just so amazing. The fact that it is so affordable, huge mirror, and the fact that there's these beautiful greens, so pigmented, so creamy. There's beautiful browns for your eyebrows, deep browns as well. There is a beautiful gold, beautiful olives. A great palette for summer, because these colors are just really beautiful on tan skin. We got greens, as I said. So really, for me, I love greens. So when I see this palette, I'm just like, absolutely yes. This is really great for travel as well, because you pretty much have a great travel palette, because you have everything in here that you would need. You got your eyebrows, you got your inner corner, so really nice, and it's affordable, so if it does break, you don't feel too horrible. And yeah, I mean, it's just the fact that it's so affordable and it's such good quality. LA Girl is one of my favorites for eyeshadow palettes. Like, their formula is out of this world. So if you have not tried LA Girl, I really recommend their palettes. I owned most of them, unless I really not into the colors, which happens sometimes, but I'm never disappointed in the quality of the shadows, no matter what. So my number one palette, even though I was hating on Charlotte Tilbury, I have to say, and I guess this is a quad, but it is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is the, what's it called? This is the quad. I love this. I have been putting off buying this because I couldn't pick which one I wanted, and it's not one that you can be like, oh, I'll take all of them, please. And I have to say, the reason I love this, and this is number one for June, is that I can literally use one brush or my finger and blend all of these together, and it looks like I have a supermodel look. And there's something unique about this where, I mean, typically if I was to take another eyeshadow palette and just take my finger and blend all together, it would just muddy up. But this palette, literally, it always looks just on point. And I will do a video of all Charlotte Tilbury coming up, but this is just so much better than the Pillow Talk, the big one. And I feel like this is just you get more bang for your buck in this one, because these are different formula than those are just like standard eyeshadows. These are like, there's something special about them. It's hard to explain. I didn't believe it at first, but once I did try it, I mean, all I needed was one brush and put it all over my lid every single time. This would be amazing for travel, because I would use this probably every single night, day, because you can use it for day and night, and it's just so easy. So this is why it's my absolute favorite. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and please subscribe if you have not. And I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer. I am. It is so hot though, hot. Once again, love you guys. I appreciate your support. It is really making my summer so much better. So love you. Bye.